All right, so we are going to draw inferences and make estimations on the population based off of a scenario. So we're going to use the proportion up here to help us do that. All right, so reading it, we surveyed a sample of 60 middle school students about the amount of time they watch TV. Of those surveyed, 14 watch more than 4 hours of TV each day. If there are 1,143 students in the district, based on the data, what is the most reasonable estimate for the number of students who watch more than that amount of TV a day? So we want to set up the proportion, okay? So 60 is the number of people we surveyed, right? Because we surveyed a random sample of 60. So 60 is what we surveyed. Of the students surveyed, so the survey results, 14 watched more than that, so 14 is going to go on top. Our prediction is always X, and then there are 1,143 students in the school, so that's our total population. Okay, so now we have this proportion, and now we're going to solve it. Remember, we solve proportions by cross multiplying. 60 times X is 60X. And then figure out what 14 times 1,143 is. When you multiply that, you should get 16002. And then we want to divide that both sides by 60. And we get 266.70 when we divide those. Since it's an estimate, we're going to round it to the nearest whole number. So 267. 267 what? Students watch more than 4 hours of TV. Okay. So make sure you have a nice little sentence at the end. And you round. Okay, so let's do that again. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here so I can keep my highlighted thing. Okay, so Wholesome Pizza surveyed a random sample of 40 people. So we surveyed, I'm going to highlight that in green, 40 people. Of the attendees surveyed, 21 said, so of those surveyed, 21 said that sausage pizza was their favorite type of pizza. There are 1,600 attendees, so that's our population. Whose favorite type is sausage. So we're going to set up a proportion of those people surveyed. It's 40 people surveyed. Of those, 21 said they liked sausage, and there was a total of 1,600 people. And our prediction is always Rx. Okay. And now we're going to do our cross multiplication. 40 times X. And then 21 times 1,600. And what does that give us? That gives us 33,600. Trying to get X alone, divided by 40. And that gives us 840. Like sausage pizza. Or sausage pizza is their favorite, I guess is what I really should have said, but not erasing it. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so let's look at the next one. So a group of randomly selected members of the Foodies Food Club were asked to pick their favorite type of food. The bar graph represents the results of the survey. There are 244 members in the Foodies. So we want to know Italian. Well, Italian is this one. But before we do that, we have to figure out how many total people are surveyed, right? So American was 6. Chinese is in between 4 and 6, so that's 5. Italians 14. Mexicans 8. And other is 2. So how many total people were surveyed? So figure out what 6 plus 5 plus 14 plus 8 plus 2 is. So altogether, that is 35. So that's our total number of surveyed. And our Italian is how many of those surveyed liked Italian. So now we have enough to write our proportion, right? So we had 14 of 35. We want to know how many there will be out of 244. Okay, and now we cross multiply and solve. So I want you to solve the rest of this proportion and tell me how many there are. All right, so when you solve that, you got 97.6, which we round up to 98. So 98 love Italian food. All right, so just like we did in the table here, I want you to try number 4 and see what you can get, okay? So try number 4, same way as we did number 3. Okay, so hopefully you got that there was a total of 50 people surveyed, right? And then we set up a proportion of the people surveyed, 19 brought them from home. There was 50 people surveyed. We're finding out how many there are, and there's 268 in total, and now we're solving that proportion. All right, so when you solve, you should have had 102 students bring lunch from home. All right, let me know if you have any questions.